An autopsy and DNA evidence were the focus of testimony today in a workplace murder retrial.
The murder weapon police think David Dooley used is also discussed. Anjanette Levy is live at the Boone County Courthouse for us. Anjanette?
Well, Rob, Michelle Mockbee was beaten to death, and it was a very bloody scene. The medical examiner who performed her autopsy testified about the injuries she suffered.
There were a series of complex superficial cuts on the neck.
Dr. Gregory Wanger testified there were at least 4 areas of impact to Michelle Mockbee's skull.
There were injuries to the brain. The brain was actually bruised in many places.
Wanger said Mockbee did not die immediately. She inhaled and exhaled her own blood.
What happens is the ear is getting folded down as it's being hit.
Mockbee's wrists had cuts and were bound with tape. Her right arm was broken, likely from being dragged.
The cause of death was blunt force injuries to the head.
Dr. Wanger said it's sometimes possible to determine the murder weapon, but not always.
People aren't Play-Doh, so we don't get exact impressions of weapons.
Wanger was asked whether an industrial tape gun similar to this one used at Thermo Fisher Scientific could have been the murder weapon.
These kind of impacts.
But on cross-examination, he said the murder weapon didn't have to be a tape gun, but he ruled out a hammer.
It's not a very complex event. Now, are there other ways? Of course, there are other ways.
DNA analyst Britton Morin also testified about testing she conducted. She said there were 3 male DNA profiles on Michelle Mockbee's shirt, including her husband's, which wouldn't be unusual. She said 1 in 7 white males have one of the profiles on Mockbee's shirt, including David Dooley.
Joe Siegert was excluded as a potential contributor to that mixture. David Dooley could not be excluded, along with his paternally related male relatives.
Now, that DNA analyst said that she was able to exclude David Dooley as a contributor to DNA found on the tape that was used to bind Michelle Mockbee's wrists. That trash bag, meanwhile, that was placed over Mockbee's head, there were 2 DNA profiles, she said. It was a mixture found on that trash bag. She said Dooley couldn't be excluded from that DNA either, and she said it was 400,000 times more likely to be David Dooley's DNA than anyone else's. Reporting live at the Boone County Courthouse, Anjanette Levy, Local 12 News. Rob, back to you.
Testimony resumes tomorrow morning at 10:30, and Anjanette will be there to cover it for you.